And welcome back, guys. Welcome into this third episode. We're already at third episode. Nice, of this series of the making of the Crow companion mode. Last time, we've been able to correctly spawn the Crow outside of walls and in the secret sector that that has been chosen, which is a huge achievement. But we still need to fix some things here and there, because first we need a way to exit the looking for new coordinates for the spawning of the Crow. Because for example, if we have a map that has I don't know, even just one secret which is not of the right shape for the Crow to spawn in, which is pretty dumb, but who knows, maybe there are some people there who left a secret which is, for example, 1 unit wide. Just, the player just jump onto it and they will give you the secret. Usually you want your secret to be pretty wide, because otherwise it won't count. So the player won't be able to trigger the secret if the sector is too small, but whatever. We never know that. But if this is the case, then this loop will run forever. And the game will crash, of course. So we don't really want that. We need a way to exit this looping thing. And we already put in here the basics for the quit of this thing, which is with these attempts. But we didn't implement the actual quitting, because for now, after the attempts are over, after we finished our number of attempts, it will just try to check for another secret sector. And so on, in a loop again. So we loop through all of the secret sectors until it finds a way to spawn in. But like I said, if there is no way, we are screwed. So we need to find a way to scroll through all of the sectors, and if none of them are available for the Crow to spawn, exit and don't spawn shit. Or maybe one day I will add a kvar info lamp with a variable there, which will let the player select if he wants the Crow to not spawn if the secret sectors are not accommodating for the Crow to spawn, or if he likes the Crow to spawn in walls anyway. So let's do this for now. If I have enough time, I will also add the code for the Crow to spawn on top of objects instead of just inside of them, But first, this should be quite easy actually, so let's hope to get this right real quick. We have blah blah blah, number of attempts. So the first thing to do is to save our first RNG. And we're saving it, so old sec equal to RNG. At the very end, we're going with if RNG is equal to old sec. So basically, we are telling we are telling here that if basically the new chosen sector is again the same as the very first sector that we tested, we exit the loop. So we break. Wait. We don't just need to break and that's it. We need to also destroy the Crow actually. So crow.destroy, because we don't want that to be inside walls, of course, or in a very bad position. Destroy and break, so we exit the loop. That's it. This should just already work like this. There's an easy way to test it. Let me just add the comments straight away, so that I don't need to go back here and add them later. So, if the chosen secret sector is again the first that we tested, remove the Crow exit the loop. Here we go. This is a bit... Oh, whoops. This is a bit too... pretty pointless. I already have a break. I know what break means. Let's see. First, we'll add a print with the crow destroyed, so that we know that the thing worked. And we're going back to our map here, which is map 1 in the crow companion. Nice and clean. We are removing this secret sector. This way we only have this one, which is not an eligible secret sector for the crow to spawn. And test this out. It should print crow destroyed, and there's no crow. Amazing. I knew this was easy. Finally something that I got at first try. Let's try this again. Crow destroyed. Amazing. Really amazing. Just to be safe, 3 times, 4 times. There you go. Nice. Now, we got this really quick, so let me just comment this out. Now, the other thing that I wanted to add was... I said like a couple of minutes ago that I wanted to do something, because we've already seen the crow spawn at the feet of weapons and monsters. So since the crow is non-solid, right? If I remember correctly, the crow is non-solid. Let me just check this out real quick. Actually, it is solid. Let me just check this real quick. Let's add something solid, like a barrel, on top of the secret, and the crow shouldn't be able to spawn, and should run again the crow destroyed. No. Crow hasn't been destroyed. Where's the crow? Alright, it hasn't been destroyed because he actually never entered the loop. No, wait. He has to enter the loop. What is going on now? The crow should enter... of course it didn't print the thing because I commented this out. It should work... the crow didn't spawn, so it works. Okay, nice. Let me just check this out with non-solid objects. For example, a weapon. For example, a candle. Easy. As easy as a candle. Let's play the game. Exactly. Check position will only check for solid things. Alright. We need a way for the crow to check if there is if he's inside of a non-solid actor. And I wonder if it would be better to have this code directly inside the crow itself instead of here. Because I will add more and more stuff to this already long event. While this can be clearly and easily handled inside the crow itself. This will only check for solid stuff, etc. But no. I have to do this here because of this stuff. So I need a way to get my actor. And the way to get the actor is right here. So this will be still false. And I will get my check position, my collide. I will call it collide. I will get my check position collide, a pointer to that thing, and I will retrieve all of the information here. Let me go check this out. Check position destruct over here. This way I can have a pointer to the, I believe, the thing that I'm colliding with. Pointer to the actor whose position is stored in this struct. Is this the actor I'm testing, or the actor, the other actor. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. So I have my thing. I will print my collide dot thing. Of course, we need to know if there is actually a collide dot thing before printing this out. If collide dot thing, console dot print collide dot thing dot get class name. This way we can directly see what's who's colliding with. Let me just add this on before the destroying of the crow. Doesn't really matter in this case. Doesn't really matter because I'm not calling the function from the crow, so that should be stored anyway. Okay, we removed the candle. We placed a barrel again and start. Crow companion. Nope, I knew it. This is actually the actor. Ah, super annoying, huh? Super annoying. How do I retrieve the other actor? Maybe it's this step thing. Another actor the thing stepped up on. I guess. I guess this is the thing. It's weirdly phrased, but I believe this is the case. Let's see. And quick test. Run. No. This is not it. So this is super odd, bro. Is there really no way for me to retrieve that thing? Let me just go check the script actor functions. Okay, don't need math, I need checks. There is no way to retrieve anything from this guy, huh? Nope. For example, let me just go virtual function. Let me just go get, go see, not get, can collide with. But no, this is, I cannot use this because I need to get the actor even if it's not solid, so this is... I wonder, what if I call again this function, the check position, without being calling it from the crow? Let me just check this out. So if attempts, okay, don't care right now. This time we are putting this out because we don't want the thing to run, but we are going with, okay, actor dot check position. The position will be the same, of course, but there's already the crow, which that has already been spawned. That's the issue here, because we of course will be getting the crow at this position, because we can't have the right position of the... This is not what I want. Let me go get, perhaps, in the sector struct, there is a way. Sector, the sector struct, maybe there is a way. Let me just go check. Actor stores a pointer to the head of the linked list of all actors in the sector. Each actor stores the next one in its snext pointer. Alright, I have a list of the actors that are into the sector. I believe this is the only way to get my actors with the thing list. So I can get definitely the actor, all the actors that are into the sector. I can do something like this. Let other equal to crow.course sector dot thing list. If other equal to crow, let me just go like this. If other is not equal to crow and other no, crow dot distance 3D other is less. Of course, we need first to be if other and other is not equal to crow, and the crow distance of that is less than other dot radius. Basically, we are checking if the distance between the crow and the other actor is less than the actual radius of the other thing. So basically, if the crow is inside its radius, so it's inside this actor. So, and here, okay. No, because of course I need first to go through all of the list. Oh, I see. I need the for loop to do this thing. Again, I hate all of this. Okay, there is a nice example for using this kind of stuff with the status bar, with this for loop, I mean. And let me just check this out. Inv first. Here we go. I need something similar. So we get in here. No. We get in here. So we're going with actor other. So with for other equal to this thing. I don't need these. I don't need this I thing. Semicolon. Other is not null, and other is not crow. Other equal to other dot as next. I don't need this stuff. So basically now we are running through all of the list of these actors. If now we are doing this stuff. If crowd distance the distance between the crow and the other is less than the other dot radius, greater than the other dot radius, plus crow dot radius, because distance 3D this function should run hopefully from the center of the actors. So we'll need both radius to be certain that the crow is not inside the other actor. So if the distance is greater than both radiuses, greater, continue, because we don't need anything else. Otherwise, if they are one inside each other, we're going to get secz, which is already been taken. Okay, I'm going to get my my secz and increase by the other dot height. These should work. These should work. Let me go get my, instead of all of this collide, blah blah blah. Let's remove it. I don't need that. You useless piece of shit. I will need to get my other dot get class name. Here we go. A for loop inside of an until loop. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope this works. Get out of here, you prick. Let me just run this once. Okay, no errors. This is already a win, if I didn't get any error on startup. Now, it will start with the first. The first should be the thing that's already inside the sector, because I'm spawning the crow after the first tick of the word, or right at the first tick of the word, and all of the actors should already been there, so the list should already be filled up with the other actors. So the first should be, in my case, the barrel, and it should skip this thing because the crow will get spawned inside the barrel. So I should get this and increase my secZ. Now the problem is, check position here is not taking into account the Z position, which means that despite my stuff, it will always run, right? Because I'm not checking for the Z, so if my crow is on top of the barrel, doesn't really matter. At some point it will run out of attempts and it will enter the crow destroy anyway. Whatever, things for later. For now, let's test this out if this works. I have my barrel, I have my little sector there, and there is no, ouch, there is no crow in there, which means that loop didn't really work, that this thing didn't really work. Let me see if I correctly entered this loop or not. I guess not, this is the thing, but we'll see. Exactly, I'm not entering the loop for some reason. Let me then do something like this. Also the print. The thing list. Dot get class name. This way should directly get, nope, not this map. The class name of the thing that's already in there. Crow companion. Okay, apparently this is the very first. If the crow is the first for some reason, I don't really know why the crow is the first. Anyhow, which means it won't enter the loop, of course. Let me just go like this. If crow the distance other is greater than that, or other equal crow. Continue. There you go. This way, this should fix the thing. Here you go. Save, save. I don't really know why. I'm really confused. Apparently, the crow gets spawned first. For some reason. Probably. I don't know why. Boy, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Of course, this shouldn't be that high on top, right? What's the height of the barrel? Now that I think about it. Yeah, I guess the sprite doesn't really... this is one of the possible issues, of course. If the height of the thing is a bit off, we are getting some issue with the crow spawning on top of that. I hate this so much. Alright. Let me change the thing. Instead of a barrel, let me just check this out. Yeah, as you can see, there is some difference there. Let me go with an evil eye. An evil eye is pretty low, so we should get the crow basically inside the evil eye. Yeah, it's not inside of the evil eye because I don't know, but this is looking perfect. This is looking great, actually. Let me just check with the monster. I'm just curious to see this thing with an archvile. Should be like inside its head. Let's test this out. It's not. Why are you not on top of its head, man? Oh, please don't. I don't know why it wasn't on top of its head. Let's test this out again. No, it doesn't like to get on top of monsters. I know why. I know why he doesn't like that, because of course now I do need my no gravity flag. Because I coded the crow to not collide with monsters, so we'll just get through them. I think this is the case. Let's test this out again. No. Why are you not getting on top of my monster, mate? Am I getting the arch file correctly? Don't tell me that. Wait. Did I see the spawn list? How do you think about it? The arch file didn't count towards the thing. Odd. What if I place a demon? It doesn't count either. Which is fine by me, because I don't really want the crow to be on top of monsters. I was planning to do something about it, but... monsters don't count towards this list for some reason. Yeah. Why? Why is this? I wonder. What if I first spawn a nymph in there? Let's go with actor. Dot spawn. Doom imp. Crowpaws. Let me spawn the imp first. No, I'm not getting the imp inside my list. Whatever, I guess for now we won't have our crow to get on top of weapons or monsters, I guess. Let me just see if it works with non-solid decoration. No. Aha! Non-solid things don't get the check position check, of course, but the monsters should do this, should have this check. But since I'm not using the actor thing because apparently it doesn't work, I can just use I could just use test mob location. Let me just try this out. Test mobj location. Void, so we don't need the position here. There's also a TestMobjZ now that I saw that. TestMobjZ. What is this? Oh, this is exactly what I was... the fuck? This is exactly what I was looking for. Checks if the calling actor is being blocked by any other actors in its current position. Yeah, and maybe I can even avoid all of this stuff if I use my new favorite function, probably, TestMobjZ. I also have this possibility with quick or not, because if quick is false, this is the tallest actor found. For now, let's remove this thing. Oh, whoops. Can I, please? Okay. And we go with if crow dot test mobjz boolean quick false. Great. Basically, no, wait. I need a bool test z actor other boolean collide. We're going with collide and other should be crow.testmob. I could just do something like this. Fuck's sake. So let. There you go. And since I know these, I can do the same for my stuff. Let. There you go. So if collide and other. So if I am the crow is colliding with something there. Let me just increase the sexy by the other height. I will print that, save, run. Error. Crow events line 93, of course, semicolon. The other error was 122, which is, I guess, at the very end. Yeah, of course, so this is it. Nice, run this out. Amazing. We are going pretty slow with the making of this mode, right? You know, let's start first with something that worked before. And it didn't work now. I didn't enter this thing, right? I guess what I should do is to place these at the very bottom of the thing, right before the attempts are being removed. No, not here, because I would like to have my... This didn't work. I didn't enter this thing for some reason. If also the check failed and something was blocking. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's the thing. Fuck off already. So, pass, let's use the same word. So, not passed and that's the thing. Fuck off. Why doing something like that? This is... I hate you. I hate you. This should work. It was driving me insane. Nice. This is working again. Now let's check if it works with monsters too now. Does work with demons. I guess it's because of my collided with. I guess this is the cause of it. And I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine. But okay, if this works with solid stuff that are not monsters, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. No matter. I don't need to be on top of monsters because that would be inconvenient. Yeah, we need though to do one more thing, which is pass and other dot be spawn ceiling, because I don't want the crow to get on top of things that are supposed to get to be attached to the ceiling. That's the thing. Because if I have, for example, you see those corpses glued to the ceiling of stuff, like the usual Doom decoration stuff, I don't want the crow to be on top of that, because it would be over the ceiling, on the roof of the room, and we don't really need that. Anyhow, we got this. I will just need to find a way to get the crow on top of weapons, though. This is... Now, to get the actors, for example, weapons and other stuff that are non-solid, I'll go with this. I can't do this here, unless I place this stuff out of here, of course. Unless I place these things out. Which might be a nice thing to do, for example. This might be pretty nice, actually. So we're going with... So that we already have a way to move my crow straight away. I'm already moving the crow. Alright. We're going with else. If... else if... We are going with LineTrace. In this case, we need to have enough LineTrace data. Okay, I need this stuff down here. It's not a remote ray. This will be a collide anyway. Who cares? I'm using this collide, but too many times. This is the double, the Z. I don't really need that because I will be shooting my hit from the fit because I don't need anything else. So it will be crow.angle. Will be crow.radius multiplied by 2. No, wait, I don't need the multiplied by 2 because if I'm already inside something, I don't need... the crow radius is perfectly fine already. Crow.pitch, which is probably 100% 0. All actors. So data, which will be my collide. That's it. I'm shooting my ray, and if it hits something, and collide.thing. So in collide.hit type equal to trace hit actor. So if I hit an actor and I should use my distance checking that I used before, perhaps just to be safe. There is no need to be safe. I already have this very low thing, and collide.hit actor is not crow. Why with majuscule? Safe blah blah. Sec z, we're increasing it by the collide.hit actor dot height. Now, will this work? We're going with collide.hit actor instead of other. And here we go. Nice, save. Let's see if I inserted A, of course. Local variable other already defined. Line 100. Go away, run. Nice, no errors whatsoever. Now, the test of time. Now with the LineTrace. Now I can get my crow on top of monsters too, which is just amazing. What if I have a backpack? Let's go. I can get on top of anything now. I'm stupid crow. I love you. Give me that. Now, of course, I will need to add a code to let the crow fall onto the ground when I remove the object below it. But oh Jesus! And collide.hit actor.b is monster. Let's move it. Let's move it. Let's move it. I don't want the crow to be on top of monsters. It's too silly. Too silly, we don't want that. Let me just check real quick if it works with decorations like it did before, because otherwise I'm screwed. Right. Obstacles, decorations, 5 schoolish kebab, my favorite. It works perfectly fine, it works. Nice. What if I stack more stuff? For example, I get this thing and I also get a backpack. Oh. So it should just go on top of the sticks. Exactly, exactly. That's great. And what if I have... no, I don't think I need to test anything else. Just to be safe. Just to be real safe. I have my backpack. I have these again as my secret. Yes, yes. Go. See, this is what I was talking about. This happened before because I'm not doing these again down here. So what I'm going to do is again to add another function, this time an int function perhaps. Int, and this will return an int because double. Better. Check actor below. Here you go. And I will go with this stuff. Alright. So we'll have my actor to spawn. This will be it. Instead of crow, I will have my to spawn. Spawny. I like it more because it's already spawned. Alright, I have my other, I have my thing. Now I will have my... Okay, I will need my double. Double of z should be equal 0. And instead of sec z, I will have this. Return of z. Now with this, I should be able to call this function multiple times. In my case, so here. Instead of this stuff, I will be just getting my sec z plus equal check actor below crow. Already have my sec z. I'm just increasing it and doing the same down here. Oh, hopefully this will work. First, of course, this should be done after my new coordinates. Definitely, because I need to test this again after the coordinates changed. Stupid mouth. Okay, let's go. Fucking crow, I hate you. Stupid crow of my... Alright, what is going on now? Let me just remove these, just to see if the old thing worked. Yes, it works. It works perfectly fine too. So what is going on here? I'm relocating my thing. Yeah. Because the crow position didn't change yet. Because one thing that I could do is call set origin to change the position, and then call this, rechange the crow position, and redo the set origin. So call this twice, which is stupid. Should have another way of doing things. I get a vector 2 from this thing. So if can I use a vector 2 somewhere here? I can set the origin of the crow inside this place. Vector 3 spawny pos. Will be spawny pos. Will be so the position that I have to use, and I will move the spawny. Not set origin. Spawny pos in this function here. False. So basically now I'm moving the crow. I'm moving the crow with the same z. So I can just use a vector 2 instead of xy. Set origin xy. And spawny dot pos dot z. This way I can have my crow xy here. So I'm basically moving the crow and removing it if the sec z changed. These should do the trick. So if I go up here and do the same thing, check actor below, save, run, no errors. Let's hope this works, because it's already been 1 hour and a half almost. So here we go, save, let's go. Ha! Yes, crowd me. Yes, yes, yes. Fucking crow, I hate you. I hate you and I love you at the same time, actually, right now. So, ammo clip. Yeah, we're testing everything here. La 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 la. This is too perfect to be true. This is too perfect to be true. Let me just check with the dead imp. Because I just want to see a crow on top of the dead imp. Look at that! It looks just so perfect. He's packing the corpse of the imp. Guys, please, Please, don't tell me that this shit doesn't excite you, because I can just close this and call it a day. No, first we all know what's needed, what I need to do. Oh, it's too unfortunate. Too unfortunate. Map 14. Oh. Array access out of bounds. No secrets. The Emos dance doesn't have secrets. Apparently. Oh, don't tell me that Of course, I don't have a safe check with the amount of secrets, so if it is 0, I don't have a way to do that. So, very simple. If sec.size is less or equal 0, return. That's it. I don't know why I never did that. I'm freaking stupid sometimes. Let's test this out real quick. Map 13. 14. The Emo stance. Okay, map 15. Found it, but not on top. I had enough. And I've been able... trust me, I've been doing this for like 15 minutes. I couldn't I couldn't get the crow to be on top of anything. Not because the code doesn't work, but because of luck. the secrets are too wide for this to work. Anyhow, I got it to work on a Megasphere. The very unfortunate thing is that the Megasphere hitbox is really small in height, so it gets inside of it. So this is probably not the best idea, because I don't think I have a way to get the sprite height of the things. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. I will find a way to fix this. But for now, this is just amazing. So we'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully we'll be doing something else apart from spawning the stupid crow.